is.
Yeah, well, she's always watching.
With
Hey,
your
how's it going?
mother.
It's me, RDV, here on the Geeky Puppet Show with Eric Breen. That's right. I traded up. I got rid of Zach. I got someone who actually knows what he's talking about.
I'm
Someone who
here
knows
today for what? For what?
to talk about how Beast Boy is crap and Changeling's awesome.
Well, I was going to go with the top 5 of the week, but
Yeah, yeah.
I will accept that.
Yes, any rational person, with a coherent, state of mind. Beast Boy
Indeed.
is not Beast Boy. His name is Changeling. And the fact that if you call him Beast Boy, he's a watered down version. It's not like he was.
If they didn't think Changeling was a better name than Beast Boy, they never would have changed his name.
Right.
That's all I'm saying.
Changeling changed his name to Beast Boy
Exactly.
because he was ashamed of what DC's become. It's when a new identity, somebody knows that he's actually not on the same wavelength of them. Anyway, all right. So I got quite a few books here tonight. Eric, you got your vast amount of number of books. Your number one
Book.
yes book. This is all right though. We all have our priorities. What we spend our money on. And there's nothing wrong with that. If you're buying books like I do, or you're buying books or a book, like I said, I like to read. If I had more money, I'd be buying a lot more back issues. But I don't know. It's cheaper to get the new issue sometimes. That being said, they are pricey too. So, all right. So without further ado, for those who don't know what we do in here, we basically take the books that we talked about every Tuesday nights, our 5 picks. We think are going to be the best books of the week. And then what we do is we go basically on Thursday nights here. We show out the books we got. And then we get down to the top 5. It's a basic kind of a game for those who are following on the audience to see if my top 5 pick, along with Zach's, if it's the same holding up until tonight. Because now we read the books. It may change.
I invited Frugal to come on.
Oh, did you?
Yes, because I didn't expect him to make it, but because I watched his top and bottom of the week, and yeah, his top was the same as mine, and his bottom was the same as mine.
We both are old and chop at the gap.
Well, I was going to say, apparently, Dark Crisis, Young Justice is just universally reviled.
Why would anyone want to read that? It just seems depressing.
Because now she retconned to where Tim was gay all along.
Yes, he was.
He just
secretly
didn't. He didn't realize it.
He was secretly pining for Connor, settle for Stephanie.
And that's something I'm going to bring up when I do my top 1.
Do you have that book? Did you buy it?
No, God no.
I was hoping not.
But I need somebody to explain to me,
yeah.
And this is my major problem with DC. Why a company that allows that absolute shit and Stargirl on the same week?
Right?
I mean, that is literally.
Hey, the CW did the same thing. They had Stargirl on, and then when it came to the actual, Batwoman was on afterwards. Pixel and I would always look. It's really night and day. You can tell who's watching what and who's not watching the other one, because holy crap, it was just like, do you want to get stabbed in the eyes repeatedly with the hot poker, or do you want to be the one that's poking the other person's eyes out? Obviously, you'd go for the latter.
Now, I do realize that when I started in this hobby, you collected comic books. Modern comics are not made to be collected.
No.
They're made to be read, discarded, pick and choose. But still, that they could let somebody just take a massive dump on those characters. And I truly believe if Megan Fitzmartin went to the bosses and said, I don't like this Jeff Johns guy. He's undermining me. I want him out. They'd get rid of him. I truly believe that. And that's makes it awfully hard to. I mean, yeah, I wasn't going to buy Stargirl. I had some time to kill before we went to lunch today, so I read it and liked it so much I ended up buying it.
And when I get to that book, we'll talk more about it because
Well, I'm holding you up. So number 17.
number 17. Well, these books here are basically well, one you're gonna cringe now because I got it for the cover. Because I couldn't pass it up because I love this artist. Did a lot of the art when I was reading the Chuck Dixon versions of the story, but I hate myself that I got a Tini Howard cover or basic book, but I just wanted that Jim Belen cover. This is, like you said, I never thought I'd see this, because remember Ed Benes is gone. I never thought I'd see DC allowing an artist basically to draw the women physique like this again. Overall, though, this book, I did read it, and it is shit.
Yeah.
It is complete. It's offensive to even call it Dalka because there's no reason this book should be being made or being written. They should have just canceled the book and then waited for Ramby when he's done to come back and pick up the book again. Because literally, it's no hidden secret that I do parade some of the pirate sites just to see what people are saying about comic books, and everyone was saying it's like, why what is this garbage? Like, is it people are complaining even though they weren't buying the book, they're reading it for free, but they're saying like why is this even being made still? And here, like, they had her meeting with basically Batman. They turned Batman into a total simp for her, even though she's like, it's like I don't want to. She's like, he's like, we don't go meet somewhere, take her mask. I was like, no, I can't let him see my face. I know he's my end game, but still, it's like people are like, dude, like your end game, like, and like you just had sex with Valmont the issue before this. You didn't give two shits about him. So now she's recruiting heroes to help her. Oh my gosh. This book is just beyond terrible. I don't know why anybody would even want this. I mean, I got it for the cover. That's about it. And I'm done. I don't want it. I might just tear the whole entire rest of the book off because literally this was on the back. I'm like, why? I don't even care for this show either. More. But before you jump in, now this is a little hot. Manolo, come on with this. It's Alfred.
I know.
Why does anybody care? We don't need to know his backstory. Well, all we care about is him being with Bruce. But,
yeah, I don't mind that so much, but I'm not gonna go out of my way to learn more about it either. I mean, if they want to, I don't think we need an entire show devoted to it. Like in the comics, when they would do stories with Alfred set in the past, that was different. But no, I was just looking at that cover and I was thinking, looking at something in particular, two things actually, and then looking at the cover for Scarlet Witch #1. And I'm just amazed that, Twitter allowed that to be published.
Yeah, I mean,
we know they're making all the decisions.
I'm following him. I'm following Jim Belen on Instagram and Twitter. Like I said, this guy, as far as I know, doesn't get political. I've never seen this stuff. I'm only following for like about a week now. But all he does is post art. He does commissions, all that stuff. He's not that old either.
I think his wife does the modeling for him. So if you got it that good, why do you need to mess with politics?
Right. Like, that's one of the things I like about certain artists and stuff, like writers. Like, there's no reason to get into politics more and more because it's not going to help your job unless they're saying you need the virtue signal. Then you might need a better job. And I mean, Ed Brubaker he probably was told that, and he said, "Screw this! I'm just going to go do my own thing," and it's worked out better for him.
Well, everybody knows that Ed Brubaker is, I'm not going to say far left, but he is certainly left of center.
But he's not. But he doesn't. But
he
do the work.
Right. He doesn't feel the need to remind people of that.
Yes. So the next book I got, this is a book I always get every week, so I don't really count in the best of the week, but this is the issue 51. This is right after obviously, if you don't know the story, I'm not going to spoil it for you, but this is right after the huge, shocking death that happened in issue 50. Yeah. So I do encourage people, though, if you've never read the black and white, go pick up these books. I'm sure you can still find them. I don't think they're too expensive. The first ones might be.
They say think of them as classic movies after Ted Turner's gotten a hold of them.
Right. Yeah, this was the original cover. I love how they show the original cover on the back too. Plus the inside of these, they only show like the other alternative covers. But
Now, who was the major death in number 50?
spoilers for those who don't
It
know.
happened 15 years ago, right?
Yes. But this might be someone's. Like I said, I don't. All right. Let me change the banner here. Take care. Someone who comes in. All right. So in issue 50, which just came out 2 weeks ago. So if you haven't read that issue and you've also had 15 years to read the original version of it, his wife gets shot by the governor while they're fleeing the prison. Lori gets shot while holding baby Judith. They both get shotgunned. And it's Carl and Basie and Rick now on the run, like you saw on the show. And he's starting to hear telephones ringing, and he's talking to his dead wife. So yeah, I won't say any more than that. I'm just saying this was always a good part. It's just so cool to see the interior color now, because I've read this in black and white, and I love seeing the little differences, because now you can actually see things I didn't notice the first time. Because that's the problem with black and white. A lot of stuff will actually blend in. So overall, I'd say I like this. It's probably still one of my favorite comic books to read. I'm enjoying rereading it again too. So it's sad because this book is probably better than most of some of the other books are on my list right now. All right. So I go to
15.
This is actually going to be, I think I miscounted it. It might be 14. So I just want to make sure. And Zach's already here, so.
Hey! Yeah, I had an early night tonight.
Yep,
Hey,
I'm ready on 14.
I'm hiding behind my avatar because I'm old.
All right. So
you have no excuse, Zach. Show me your pretty face.
I'm gonna show it in a second. I'm just getting some trash together. It's in my house right now.
Oh, I thought when you said that you meant this week's new books.
No, there were some good books this week.
Yeah, I'll leave the spoilers up there because I'll probably talk about these books. So, at number 14, this is wow. Not really much. Just tells the backstory of these people. A couple that kidnapped her last season. There's really no characters, no progress in the story. It says, "Hey, let me tell you about these characters, who they are." All right, cool, thanks. I could have done it in one panel. So, that's why it's at the bottom of the list. That's why it's at 14.
You know, I've heard someone else kind of with those similar sentiments. And despite the fact that it's not a bad book per se, there are certain writers that could have done that story and would have made it just as good as any other issue of that series. Rainbow Royale is probably not that writer.
But like I say, that's not offensively though.
But again, it's like you kind of summed it up.
You stretched it out a filler, basically. I wanted more of the story. Instead, I got the tragic. Oh, now these villains. I want you to feel sorry for them because this is how they turn out to be this way. It's
wah.
I'm like, when's Dr. Doom going to get his own tragic, story?
He does.
This is
his mom's in hell.
Yeah, I was about to say, Dr. Doom has a tragic story.
No one knows that unless you actually read the comics back then.
Everybody knows that. Well, used to.
Well,
I forgot. I was almost around back then.
When you were our age, everybody knew that.
Yeah, you have a point. Now everybody knows that he's that cool dude that doesn't need his mask anymore, and Riri Williams slaps him around some.
All right.
No, Doom still has his mask.
I know, but did he get to take it off in Superior Doom or whatever? Or when he was Superior Iron Man?
I'm trying to remember if he did or not. I don't recall.
Or when he was the Unreadable Iron Man? I don't know. There's one of them.
Yeah, he was like the something Iron Man. Yeah, I know what you're talking about, though. He was on the Avengers at that point.
Iron Man was in the Avengers. I mean, Doom was
No,
in the Avengers.
Doom was. Yeah.
Of course he
Yeah.
was.
So number 13, this book is not bad, but it's. I mean, I had to put it in order of favorites, so I liked. So I would say, if you just imagine, like the She-Hulk, it's right here. It has nothing to do with this. It's so far away from it as far as quality. It's just that I just wanted to put them in order of I've been reading and liking them. This has basically been a fun story, but they had, for whatever reason, had to let you know, hey, remember this character? He's gay. Okay, it's been a few issues. Okay, they didn't remind me. I didn't know he was. Other than that, though, Monster Mayhem in this, as Vampira going basically she's back time travel in the 60s, stuck in her body, going against a giant monster that was summoned, and she has to destroy it.
Who put a jacket on that woman? Who did that?
It's just time travel, vampires, monsters, demons. Fun book.
Hey, you know who else is gay?
Yeah, mother.
Alex Danvers.
Oh, there's a name I haven't heard in a very long time.
It's only been a week.
They uncanceled Supergirl so they could do another episode so she could remind us one more time.
So that she could come out again.
Yeah, yes,
That's right.
All right, number 12.
How many books did you get this week?
A lot.
Oh, okay.
Why are you surprised?
It's like cover.
Red Sonja, Immortal Red Sonja. Continue with the Arthurian, basically medieval basically storyline with this. It's fun. It's basically better than the current ongoing Red Sonja. There's like a few of them. There's like 3 of them. I think there's still the Merkel Andrelf one. I'm not sure they ended or not. But they have the Unbreakable Sonja that started, Immortal Red Sonja, and I think Invincible's over. But overall, fun. But I wish Red Sonja would have done more than just she fought for like 2 pages and that was it. It was basically explaining about who this guy is. They do realize it's a book about hack slash, right? It's like, but overall, my only complaint: why does she get younger the more it goes on? Is it 13-year-old Red Sonja?
Yeah.
All right.
Maybe it's meant to tie into that other Red Sonja book.
I don't know. It's separate. It's a standalone. All right, number 11. Yeah, this like I said,
Which
this
one
is getting.
is that? Is that
number 11.
Andromeda?
This is Deceased.
Oh, it looks like it'd be one of the Aquaman series. Okay.
Yeah, like I said, it was it ties back to basically the first, I guess the first volume, and this is spoilers for anybody who hasn't read that. Basically, Alfred is basically remembering how he basically had to kill Master Grayson, Master Bruce, and Master I think it was Tim.
Yeah.
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 And he's just having nightmares. He's like, "You could have saved us. You didn't have to kill us. Why'd you kill us?"
Who would have thought Tom Taylor would have the balls to put Tim down?
I know, right? I know. So this is kind of cute, though. I'll admit this. I do like the fact that they have Leslie Tompkins and Alfred being a couple. Who would have thought that Tom Taylor is the only person to actually have Alfred be alive, where everyone else basically has him dead right now?
That's true.
It
How
is
ironic, considering most of the DC universe is dead.
Now I remember why I invited you on the stream. Because you asked, not because I invited. All right.
I don't recall you. I think I invited myself.
So overall, it's cool to see. Like, I'm not sure how Damien's supposed to be, but he almost looks like he's now the same height.
It's
same
5 years. I think it's like 5 years after Deceased 1.
Yeah. Yeah. So
Damien, if he was like 12, he'd probably be like 17 or 18.
I was gonna say because I almost look like he's like 19, almost or 18 or 19.
And then John Kent.
John is pretty much the same though.
Yeah, but this is not aged up John. Like he actually was a young boy in the first volume, and then he grew naturally.
So we basically get a little bit of World's Finest right here. Yeah, which is kind of cool. I'm still gonna say though, John's being better written. than he is in anything else right now. Well, I take it back. The other book we had just read came out.
Yeah, Dark Crisis.
Yeah.
Look
So,
at that dark side, though.
I know. It just kills me. It's overkill. It's like having.
No.
It's like giving. Doomsday a ring.
It's freaking awesome. No, Doomsday is a mindless killing machine. He doesn't need a ring. Darkseid's intelligent.
Now I gotta ask, who is in the Batman costume? Do you know? I have no idea.
That's Cassandra.
She's alive. I forgot that she's still alive. Okay.
And I think she has like Shazam powers now.
She does on her chest. You see the symbol.
I would have.
It's also weird.
Stephanie Brown, but
remember how Marvel and DC copy each other?
Yes.
Look at he's got Thor's arm.
No, he's got Winter Soldier's arm.
Well, it looks like
same
Thor,
thing.
It's
still Marvel. So.
But I love this though. This is one of the best part. This is a huge spoiler. The one punch.
I knew you were gonna bring that up as soon as
because the guy says it. One punch.
One punch.
I'm thinking like, does he remember that?
Points to Tom Taylor for the reference.
Listening when someone told him about it.
Maybe.
Right. All right. So yeah,
I'll give him the benefit of the doubt.
That's what I said.
That was pretty awesome though.
10. So this is 10 then, I guess. Yeah, that's 12.
Number
10. These are nice. I like these 64 pages, oversized books. Nice little wrap up the story that's been going on for about 2 years now. And at least it feels like it's been like 2 years. Probably don't be a year for me. But because they did do it like in annuals, or they do it in just basically going through. They stretch out the plot, but not too much. Overall, you're getting basically her search for basically her mother, finding her mother, comes to an end of this issue. It's a bittersweet ending, but overall, I'm looking forward to more of this as far as Belle, and getting a lot of Greek mythology in this too. It almost feels like I'm reading a Wonder Woman story for Perez in that sense. There's so much information, like Tartarus and all that stuff. It's like it's Ares. She's basically it's like she's basically come across every single like Greek god. But the funny part is this: it's like if you basically took a Wonder Woman story, like with Perez, and put Peter Parker there making jokes.
I
would read a Spider-Man Wonder Woman team up.
Is she?
She's straight.
No, a beautiful woman.
Oh yeah.
She's looking for her mother.
But
thank you, Zach.
There you go.
That was good. That was pretty good. Hey,
Mama.
And y'all get on me for liking cake. How can you not like that?
Ain't nobody getting on you for liking cake.
Well, Miranya's not here. I guess you're right.
Yeah.
And where is Miranya tonight?
I don't know. I noticed that. It was weird when I looked at the chat. I was like, oh, there's Evil Black Cat.
Yeah.
But Miranya's not here.
And I probably should take a chance to say hello to Evil Black Cat. Hello to MB Real Goddess. JR Exner. Awesome. I think that's Robert Roberts.
It is.
Yeah.
Hail it's got to be the alliteration of that greeting. Hail, hallucinogenic frog.
What's up, Ossipi? Discover a stream with Shad Books, Graham Nolan, Micus Miller debating, and AI art. Oh.
Yeah.
You mean NFTs and why they're horrible and waste of money?
No, it's different. It's different than NFTs. It's like you type in a prompt. Like there's apps that do it now. Like you type in a prompt and then like a program draws and paints a picture.
Right.
It's trippy.
All right, so number 9. Overall, I gotta say I've been reading more Van Helsing books because I never really read them because I didn't like steampunk. I'm not a fan of steampunk. Sorry for those who are a fan of that. Basically, she's in New Orleans, Nolans.
Only if you're from here, though. Stop appropriating my culture, Vickman.
Well, she's from that city, so basically she has the power to communicate with the spirits.
I like that. Okay.
And basically, Van Helsing teams up with her with a demon that basically takes people's souls every 70 years. So that's it. And they basically the story. They're basically forced out of their bodies. Their spirits had to go basically trying to communicate with one of her voodoo priestesses that are down there to get help. overall, like I said, it's a fun book. It's a cool little team up for and the art is just fun in this. So
She got a bit of a Zatanna thing going on with that top hat.
she's got fishnet too, bro.
Ah, double whammy.
I don't know if you can see it in here, but
I'll count that, Austin P. I'll count it if she grew up there for a few years. Hey.
Yep.
I approve.
Overall, though, the thing that really drew me to this is other than the cheesecake, is when they show the souls being like when they're at the very beginning. There's this girl here. It's almost like they're almost like holographic though. I wasn't sure what was going on.
Yeah.
But better than that Miracle Molly crap. Used by way better. Nothing to do with AI, but the fact that the souls when they start, because she basically, it's a different take on what a soul looks like. The other ones are pretty are very long deceased. Where the reason they look that way is because I find out in the book is that they're not dead. Yet. Well, they have at least 24 hours before it return to their body, before they just be turned into ethereal nothing. So, fun book. And that's the thing. I got props to Xenoscope. Xenoscope does a lot of this. They do a lot of the virtual cons. They're always talking about their books. They're always promoting it, no matter what it is.
That's neat.
Something that they don't really do it in the middle of the books either. You don't get ads in the middle of the story. If you get ads, are at the back of the book, like it should be. All right. Number 8. Farewell to the last issue of Chris Claremont.
Speaking of New Orleans,
sad ending to basically one of the characters in here too. Overall, it's a kind of bitter, not really bittersweet, but it's happy, sad, and some romance and stuff. But a lot of fighting, whole lot of Lena or whatever is it, Lena Chaney or Lila?
Lila.
Like I said, there's some cool stuff going on here. But this is a huge spoiler. If anybody's read that, so you've been forewarned. Yeah.
Gnarly.
What basically this machine basically or sentient or bounty hunters or alien bounty hunters, it thrives on feeding on human hosts, and she gets pulled into it. And basically it tries to take over her body, but towards the end she's able to survive, but she has to go away with Bounty, who's I guess a new character. I'm not sure if she's not. I've never heard of her before this. I don't really on X-Men, but she goes off with that, and you see Gambit and Roll kind of go off, and they're like, what do you want to do? It's like, well, I love she's like, Rose, like, well, I'm still young. Let's go an adventure. So, number 7, fun book. This is one of the books I really recommend. You guys take a look at this. I don't pick this up because it's Tom Snigotsky or I can't remember what his name, how he pronounced
that
it.
guy.
Snigotsky. Guy who basically wrote Vengeance of Vampirella, Vampirella Strikes, and all that stuff. But he's also teaming up with basically Mike Mignola. And they're writing this, and it's basically about Frankenstein, or Frank, they call him. I don't know why they call him. I guess in Hellboy they call him Frankenstein or Frank instead of just calling him Frankenstein's monster all the time. But yeah, it's the art in this is cool. Let me show some of the stuff. Basically, what you're seeing on the cover, you're seeing the interior. There's a lot of fighting, a lot of new creatures, a lot of whole new world exploration. Yeah, I won't say any more. Pick it up. Fun story. Wolf and Cub story, basically that, new world, new art with a fantastic art. Number 6. There's an Alien Book of Love. Continuing where it takes off, and yes, there's interspecies relations in this. But don't worry, they're compatible. It's just, like I said, I was shocked that they continued the series. I thought it was over with. They kind of wrapped it up. But they left end question mark. So this is the first, I believe, of 4. Another 4-issue miniseries. And yes, they're dating. So overall, if you like the show, I do recommend pick up the Resident Alien Omnibus. Check it out. It has the first 3 volumes, I believe. And then if you like it, you like it. If you don't like it, you can complain to me. But send me your books. I'll if you don't want them. All right. Well, quickly, I'll do the top 5.
Top 5.
Zach?
Hey,
Zach?
hey.
I gotta say though, there's cheesecake, there's dinosaurs, there's Nazis, Marines, it is overall. It's basically what you'd expect, out of a Sheena book,
Yeah, it's a shame that it's the finale. It only goes for, I think this is the last issue. I like how we got the same cover.
Oh,
little preview.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, look at that big old monster.
And the funny part is that she actually, because remember, she's like Queen of the Jungle.
Yeah.
She freaking tames it with the help of her friends. They rip the eye out, and then they use it to basically go after the zombie, or not the zombie, but the Nazis.
Yeah.
And it's overall. Look at this one.
Look at that dinosaur versus a Nazi submarine.
I know.
God, I love comic books.
That's
all
why
led by a girl in a bikini-ish outfit.
Yes.
America 1, the rest of the world 0.
Who was the one that didn't approve of Robin and Starfire? The one and we can't speak because he doesn't have a channel.
Oh, I thought it was Breen.
Oh.
I thought Breen liked Batgirl.
Oh, also, though, if you're reading the one with Robin, what's it called?
Robin?
Tim Drake, the one.
Yeah, just Robin.
Yeah, which I don't think. Was
Blood Pact.
Yeah, I don't think I picked it up.
I didn't pick it up this week.
But I meant to pick it up. I must have forgot it. But I thought I had it. Yeah.
Did you preview it?
I did preview it, yes, and I gotta say,
was it better than the last issue? The last one was really boring, I thought.
Well, so if you're a Starfire fan, Starfire and Dick are basically an item.
I missed it. Oh, I need to go get it. Well, yeah, because they're an item in the show, so it makes sense.
Yeah.
They're together in the show.
Overall, though, it's actually a pretty good story.
Oh, okay.
You get to see Dick Grayson as Batman.
Never seen that before.
Yeah, right? Number 4.
Number 4. Only number 4? Wow.
Yeah, because there's so many other books that came out for this. If you can't guess what the other... Yeah.
That's true.
Overall, fun story. Read through it. Joker's fun in this. So is Keymaster. Basically, the Titans in here. The rivalry between Roy and Dick Grayson is hilarious. Mm-hmm. You're getting to see the young Titans, and you get to see the Batmobile in here too. That's kind of cool. But I'm loving the art here. And even though I kind of like seeing Superman a little more broad shouldered, but I guess it's slightly improving.
Yeah.
It would help if they just would stop showing this in the middle of it, though.
I know.
Why is it a 2-page spread?
Doggone you, DC, when it's not the Milestone universe thing. Now it's the death. Like, good grief, guys. We don't need an intermission.
Fun book overall. Mark Waid's a dick, but his writing's been good. So
yes, we do, because we need to remind fans that, hey, you're reading a good comic book, and a lot of them used to be good. So instead of 2 pages that say Bendis is coming, we get 2 pages to promote the best book of the last 2 years. So there.
Last 2 years? Maybe.
No, I think it was the best thing since Man and Superman, which was also a tribute to post-crisis Superman.
Oh man, I need to go get a drink.
So my number 3rd book, I was so confused, or I'm not really confused, but I was just like up in the air.
It's okay.
I like the second one and the third one equally.
I was like, hard. You can say you were confused.
Where's that kick button over here? Ah, there it is. Remove.
There's a kick. Oh, kick button. Okay.
All right, number 3. He's the Flash.
Wow. Only number. Wow.
Because there's 2 other books that came out, so.
I know. Well, I know what one of them is. Oh, hey, there's Maranya.
Yeah.
Are we going to have to explain how numbers work to Zach?
No, I figured this would be 1 or 2.
It almost was 2, but there was one book that came before that and sent along with another one I read. So I read this first. If I would have read this last, maybe differently.
Okay.
Maranya, you don't have to. Nothing happened.
Right. Should I spoil this, Zach, or do you want to? You can spoil it later, but I'll just say there is confirmation what happened in the annual. As far as
yeah, you take one story thread. I'll take the other one.
I'll just say that we find out that if we're confirmed that Linda's pregnant, so Wally's going to have a 3rd child. But I do like the callback. They say like, well, we're going to keep Mr. Evans and Dr. Midnight are like, we want to keep an eye on Linda because what happened with the twins, how they basically call back to Mark Waid's run, how they accelerated their age. I was like, really, Jerry? That's how you know he's a true fan. He's actually being able to pull stuff from other stories and do it without making it look like a cheap plug. Like he actually knows what he's talking about. Oh my God, DC, really?
Wow.
Yeah, I know, right? That's all I'm gonna say about this book. I'll let Zach finish it up. But overall, it's a fun story with the Rogues.
I love the Rogues.
Yes, how can I not like the Rogues? So the book that beat that out, my number 2.
Okay, I gotta know what number 1 is now. Now I'm really weirding out. Like I thought this was for sure gonna be your number 1 after you showed Flash. Like now I'm perplexed.
I'm loving this. I'm just like said, Stargirl. It continues off from the It basically the way Johns is writing is. If you read the first series, and then they talk about the events of the summer special, which happened shortly after that. So it's not that too far from the very first series that happened in 1999. So the story events, and I love. So basically, I just felt like I was reading the original, the run again, and just Jeff Johns could just pick up. I said that's the talent of Jeff Johns. He can just pick up a story where he left off, and it doesn't feel like time's passed at all. It's just fun. With Courtney, this basically, if you like Courtney, like she's on the TV series, that's how she's in the comic books. Even though she's grounded, she's sneaking out with Emiko, I guess, Oliver Queen's sister or half sister.
Yeah, because every hero needs a secret sibling these days.
Yeah,
looking at you, Marvel. Looking at you.
But overall, I said like the art's great in this. It just fits the whole storyline. You kind of get that whole I want to say like early, not golden age, but close to when he draws certain characters. Let me see. I think it's in the very first page.
Ash is upset because Samurai Doggo got pushed back again.
Oh, did it?
Sounds like a bad dog.
So look at this. This is, like I said.
Yeah. Dude, I love the opening scene. It reminded me of The Incredibles.
Just overall.
I was reading it, I had like the music from The Incredibles playing in my head as I read it.
Like the art is just amazing in this. I like how it fits everything.
Mm-hmm.
Overall, if you're not a fan of Jeff Johns as far as JSA Justice Society, this probably won't be for you. But
why wouldn't you be?
If you hate all the crap that's coming out, that's not this. As far as the Megan Fitzmartin,
if you're not a fan of this, you're on a stream, extolling the virtues of Megan Fitzmartin. So, and you're not here, so that's.
If you don't like this, you're destined to marry Megan Fitzmartin.
Megan Fitzmartin? What? Oh, sorry. Did I say that?
So my number 1. You know what it is, Zach?
I'm surprised that this is your number 1. Honestly, you like it that much?
Yeah,
I'm impressed.
But I can't say anything because I know Ash has not read this.
Yeah,
I damn well know he hasn't read it. He picked up 10 books. He said he picked up 10 books today, but only 2 for him this week. So, but I doubt he read it though.
Maybe
So,
not. I know he's been cramming in some Future Foundation stuff for our stream later tonight too.
Like I said, though, I love the timeline in the back tells you like, are we getting more characters?
I think we are. Redcoat, I know, is his own character because he was in like the 80-page special. But yeah, there's a whole bunch of other ones.
1944, the monster is made. You know, Junkyard Joe. Yeah.
First Ghost, American Widow. Yeah, I'm psyched.
And then at the end, it tells you where Geiger is all at the end here. But
yeah,
fun story. Art is great. Gary Frank all the way through from the cover to the beginning. And Ash, look away. Ash, just look away.
Look away, Ash. Hey, do you like how that? Do you like
comic
how
strip does?
That one cover that I talked about on Tuesday is actually related to the story. I had no idea.
Yeah, it does.
The peekaboo. I'm in the closet cover.
Yeah, because the girl's actually part of the story. I'm so happy. I'm so glad it wasn't a throwaway cover, but
I thought because I thought for sure it was just that artist drawing herself into a cover. Yeah, this was a great one. This was a good issue.
Breen, if you're not reading this, I would recommend checking it out when you get a chance.
Yeah, I highly recommend it.
It's only an
issue. I know, I'm the guy that reads bad books, but this one I highly recommend.
Yeah.
No, I was thinking, it looks like Jeff Johns had as good a week this week as Dan Jurgens did last week.
Yeah, you could say that. Absolutely.
All right, so that's why it's my number one, because I didn't know. The first book, I was like, okay. What happens in the second issue? It just changed it dramatically more for me.
Yeah, the first one. The first. Well, yeah. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
I'm not going to split up, but I'll just say it is art all the way through and through. The story is very not emotional, I'd say, but it's
very.
But it's the last final page which really gets me. What's going on? The two cops. Wow. And the people looking for Joe.
And it's got go-go check screen, so you know it's good.
Right?
Is anybody at any point going to come up to him and go, "Hey, Joe, where are you going to go with that gun in your hand?"
No, I'm waiting for him to take ownership of a diner, and so people say, "Go eat at Joe's."
Right. So overall, I
gotta get. Jimmy would have gotten that joke.
Yes, you know.
Okay, did either one of you guys get that reference?
Jimi Hendrix, right?
Yes, Venkman did.
Oh, Venkman got it.
Only heard this song so many times.
Well, no, I figured it was an easy one.
I know. I grew up with Hendrix in the house all the time. It was Hendrix, The Doors, Rolling Stones.
He lived in your house?
Yes.
Weird. Okay.
He's still alive. He never died.
He's like Elvis. He and Elvis are bunking in the room next door.
I see dead people.
Yeah, remember, if I do start reading Junkyard Joe, it's because of your recommendation, Venkman, not Ash's.
Exactly.
Aww.
No, but that
now
being
I'm just
said,
leaning into my heel persona.
That being said, I want to give the floor to Mr. Eric Breen, who has
no. I'm going to go after Zach.
Oh, okay.
Wow. That's right. Because if you watch Four Color Fossils, you know Breen is reserved to always be the last one to show off the books. So, what's up? I'm here. I'm wearing my old man sweater today. It's freezing here tonight. So,
what's the temperature by you, sir?
It's going to be low as 31.
Wow. You guys are going
what's the temperature by you, or what's the by you temperature?
That was good. That was good. Well done, sir. Well done. All right. I've got these pretty organized in terms of best to worst. Some of them might be mixed up. This one, I kind of gave a little preview of this one. Yeah, this is Sheena, Queen of the Jungle, number 10. It's fun. If this was a movie, I would totally watch it. It's got a hot girl in a leopard print bikini. It's got Nazis and dinosaurs and submarines. Like, what else do you want? So, sadly, this is the final issue of the series.
I know, right?
They can't seem
to
do
climax.
An ongoing. You're darn right. Yeah, Dynamite. Why can't you do a longer series? Come on, y'all did this with Green Hornet.
Well,
you only gave me 4.
There is hope though, because a lot of times they'll do the 6 issues and then they'll continue.
They'll do like a second volume.
Yeah, another go about. You know,
but this was a fun story. The two guys that are kind of like her sidekicks, they kind of got annoying a little bit.
The
Like one of them.
Beastmaster?
No. The two like the college
okay.
guys.
Oh yeah, the per pilot, and then the guy who was a bodyguard, Vance, whatever it is. Yeah.
Yeah, the bodyguard guy was kind of cool, but then the other guy, like as I was reading through the previous issues, he's like a movie buff, and I was like, dude, you're just kind of like Mr. Exposition.
But it worked. It worked for the story because they needed someone who could fly the plane, and they needed a guy who had a laptop with all the movies on it.
Exactly, it worked for the story. No, this is just one story, Jackson Roykirk. One story in this book. And of course, Zach wants the story with the Nazis. Yeah, I should have seen that one coming. Next one I got, Immortal Red Sonja. I actually like these covers. They have like almost a Bruce Timm kind of vibe to it. The cover is actually better than the interior art. I'm with you, Venkman. I think the interior. Did they change artists? It feels like the artist changed.
I'm not too sure on that. I can look it up.
I don't know.
I mean,
I like the story. The story's taking a good twist. Because now her chainmail isn't cursed so much anymore. At least I don't believe it is.
Well, no, because what happens is the I don't want to go into it.
Yeah, that guy. Yeah, but yeah,
like King Arthur,
definitely King Arthur, like King Arthur, it's got some really cool Arthurian legend stuff in there. So it's a fun little book. Dan Abnett writing. I just wish the art was better and was up to Dan Abnett's level.
Is it Dan? I forgot it is Dan Abnett writing, right?
It is Abnett. Yeah.
Wow.
It is Abnett. Yeah.
It's just been a while since I've Wow.
Yeah. Exactly. It's like, oh wow, this is happening. Why is the art so bad? Anyway, next one, I got the variant. I got the She-Hulk lifting the car with the muggers.
Yeah.
So it looks like Greg Land, but it's not Greg Land.
I would have got that one, but I didn't feel like going to the comic book store. I had got there at around 3:30 in the afternoon.
Austin P, I agree. It's not. The shorts need to be shorter for it to be Bruce Timm.
It's just I don't understand what's going on with Linzer. He's basically putting like them in her like 90s booty shorts for some reason.
I like it. Anyway, enough about Red Sonja. Yeah, She-Hulk. I kind of heard. A little bit. I kind of heard your review of it. This is not the way I thought this issue was going to go, to be honest. It wasn't. Like you said, it wasn't offensively bad. It's basically a whole issue devoted to the origin of these two bad guys that have got She-Hulk locked in the basement.
And you are correct. They did change artists.
Oh, they did?
Red Sonja.
On Sonja? Yeah, the new one's just not good. They need to get the old one back. The old one was good. But yeah, and then, yeah, I don't know. It's just weird. I appreciate, if you're making new villains, I appreciate the attention to, it's not just like, hey, here's a new bad guy. I appreciate giving them an origin and everything. I don't know. Something about it just didn't sit super well. It was also really weird. You could tell, like, it was this married couple that were both scientists. And you can tell it was like a modern young adult writer, because there's like a point in the book where they're talking about the husband and wife, like he loved her because she could take on the world, and she loved him because he made her believe that she could. Like it was all about like the woman was clearly the favored one in writing the relationship. Even when they end up mutating, the girl ends up intelligent and the guy ends up a dimwit.
You don't say.
Did you notice though?
What a shock!
Did you notice though that the similarity? Basically, she became the leader, and he became the dumb Hulk.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, no, that's accurate. Yeah, she got the big head, and then he just went like drooly Hulk.
Yeah, because they both wanted to have She-Hulk's powers, gamma powers.
I appreciate the thought and the motive behind them becoming villains. So like the whole thought is they wanted to control a science accident that gave them superpowers.
But I will say this though,
they were tired of all the superheroes getting powers because of accidents.
I will defend the book in that process, because if you read the John Byrne one, there's a lot of stupid characters in there too.
Villains. No, definitely. I'm not against. Yeah, I'm not against the bad guys. What I am against is you gave me an entire issue of She-Hulk that didn't have She-Hulk. That's the part that I'm against.
Yeah, or her breaking the fourth wall.
Yeah, so like if it was a John Byrne book, he could have told the origin story of these two chuckleheads and still put plenty of Jennifer in there. So, it was, like you said, not offensively bad, but it was just kind of kind of boring. Which is not
Well,
words that I
like
thought
said,
to put with
it's a lot
She-Hulk.
better than Jason Aaron's crap they were doing to her, and so this might be a step in the right direction. They might actually start fixing her.
It's a step, but it's a bait. Like, I mean, saying something's better than Jason Aaron, I mean, that's like saying mud is better than poo. I mean,
Well,
it's
mud
still
is,
dirt.
unless it's got poo in the mud, then you're screwed.
Oh, that's true. All right, next to that, the Captain America Winter Soldier
did get it.
special. I did get it. I did pick it up.
I passed it up.
It should just be called the Winter Soldier special because there's no Captain America in this. And in fact, Winter Soldier is only in half of this. Actually, so half of the book is actually interesting because it gives you like, and I say interesting, it's trying to copy that Brubaker Winter Soldier like conspiracy vibe where it like goes through the origin of this outer circle. It's actually pretty, it's pretty interesting reading how they formed at the end of World War One. And like there's these 5 different characters that are like leaders in their industry or billionaires or whatever, and they make the outer circle. That part was actually pretty interesting. The part where Bucky comes in and he's like the new revolution, that part was kind of drug on a little longer than it needed to. The art was good. There was no action. It was basically just a history lesson and then just dialoguing between Bucky and these couple of other people. The last few pages were the most exciting because there's Peggy Carter comes into the picture in one scene, and then at the very end, it's like Bucky announcing, "Okay, well now I'm gonna get Captain America to come in here and wreck y'all, like sabotage y'all's plans." So that was fairly interesting. So again, not bad, not like offensively bad. Parts of it were a little long in the tooth though. All right, and I am down to my top 5. So I'm gonna start off with number 5. This wraps up the Jim Lee X-Men homage cover.
Almost got that one until I realized he had the other one in the box. Those would be cool. You get all the variant covers like those.
My LCS tried to pass off the Aquaman one to me. I said, no, I had the Dan Mora Dark Side. Don't try to cheat me, you bastards.
Well, like I said, I would if I had more money, I would probably get both covers.
Oh yeah, this is a great one.
But I like the other covers. I don't know. I guess the one I got, where the cover comes off and you actually see it's like a little window on the main cover. Mm-hmm. Is that like a 90s thing? Do you remember?
I don't think so. I remember you had the Wonder Girl one that did the same thing.
Yeah, they all have it. Superman, the Batman.
I don't remember that being from the 90s though.
Oh, because I know they did all the lenticular and stuff. But I said, to me, that's worth paying the extra $1 for that.
Yeah. No, Austin. Peggy is like she's still the same age roughly in the modern day now.
Yeah.
They gave her the Nick Fury treatment. It looks like. So, no. But yeah, no, this was a cool issue. I appreciated like all of the Alfred stuff, and like you, Bankman, I did like that Alfred and Leslie ended up together. I thought that was kind of sweet. Alfred actually, there's a scene where he's talking to Damian about how he wants to go into battle and like contribute and doesn't want to die on the sidelines. And cool.
Alfred's really haunted and tormented by those nightmares. He doesn't want Damian to leave, and like Damian's like, "Well, I'm Batman. I have to go."
It's cool because when they start the conversation, Alfred's like talking to Damian. He's like, "There's too much of your dad in you," and then when they end the conversation, because Alfred's wanting to fight, Damian's like, so there's too much of my dad in you. So it's kind of cool seeing how Bruce rubbed off on both of them. No, come on.
Dr. Wortham was right.
We're not talking about Tim. We're talking about Bruce. Come on. Fun little Easter egg. Not Easter egg. Fun little cameo here. Maxima shows up.
And her lover.
Maxima, though. Good Lord, lady. Rip Maxima, by the way. R.I.P. She shows up for like a couple of pages.
Is she a lesbian in this too?
Was she always a lesbian?
Or no,
she liked Superman at some point, didn't she?
Yeah, she got les-conned about 5 years ago.
5 years ago?
She does mention they're queens from different planets come together.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
But I think they're hinting that they've basically scissored.
Okay.
A few times.
Here is but they do have like all the main heroes go to Oa to talk about fighting the undead life equation threat. I did laugh when Superman knocks out, because basically Oa wants to like commit genocide and wipe out all the zombie infected planets, and Superman's like, no, we have a cure, and the Guardians are like, we're gonna keep you here and then we're gonna go commit genocide.
Yeah, because they get to the reason why they said they're gonna
what
keep
did
them
they
there.
say? Because they didn't want to take a chance, I guess.
Well, they want their biggest gun, the Superman.
Oh yeah, it says they can't risk more powerful beings becoming agents of the anti-living.
So
and then, it's Black Canary's like, you want to imprison Superman while committing genocide. You know how that
but I love though they're thinking like, we'll put him in a Green Lantern, and Superman is like, no, thank you. I just punches right through it.
There's the one punch.
Yeah.
You knocked out a freaking Guardian with one. So then after that, it turns into like this whole slugfest between the Green Lanterns and the Justice League.
So we found out the reason though.
Yeah, well, so he showed up in one of the previous issues. Ares, the God of War, has shown up. And then you get to the last page, and I'm mixed on this because the imps have been doing not great things for DC recently. Like they had there was the Nightmite imp, and then there was Mixie Jr. But in this one, we get the classic, Mr. Mitsipaka, that guy.
And he says, "I will not let you go play Superman." He basically, he doesn't want Superman
hurt. Yeah, he doesn't want anyone to hurt Superman. So, I like Green Arrow. Green Arrow's like, what the fuck?
It's like Zach.
Yeah. So, interesting. It's got my attention for the next issue. I'm definitely curious to see how this guy ties into everything. Mixed Pickle. Okay, is it Mixed Pickle? Because every time I read it, I want to say
Mixed Pixelates.
Mixie Potluck. Mixie Potluck. I
thought it was Mixie Pixelate.
Also, it's Mixed Pickle.
Yeah.
And what did Superman have to get him to say it backwards? Was that the thing?
Yes.
God, that's aggravating. God, Superman.
Until Luke. See, it was cool about this back then when the writing back in the day, post crisis, is that Luthor was smart enough to get basically Mixie to basically leave on his own.
See, he is my least favorite of all the Superman rogues.
But you would have liked this story because it was called Crisis of the Crimson Kryptonite, but it was spelled with all K's.
Yeah.
That's 4 of it, though. Oh, no, it is 3. It is 3. No, I miscounted.
Wow, is Jeb Bush in charge of math? Where you come from?
He moved to New Orleans.
No, but Louisiana doesn't have a great education.
No, all kidding aside, that is a fantastic story. Superman. Is that might be a different one, but yeah, it's a very good story.
Okay.
Oh no, he does. He strikes up a deal with Mr. Mxyzptlk. Luthor says, "I want to be as powerful as Superman." So instead of giving Luthor powers, he takes Superman's.
Oh.
And
interesting.
He has to find ways to continue being Superman, so he goes to Star Labs, and Starman's in the story, the Will Payton one.
Okay.
It's a really neat little story, and there's cameos from the Fantastic Four and the Impossible Man.
Oh wow.
It's very cleverly done.
I was talking about
because Byrne kind of intimates that, or whoever's writing the story intimates that Mr. Mxyzptlk is the Impossible Man on our Earth. Because there's a part where he goes, where you can see, you can tell it's him. He goes, "I always forget who he goes, sometimes I forget who I am on which Earth." So it's a really neat story.
I like that.
Ian and I did a retrospective on that. Should be around one of his playlists somewhere.
Okay, cool. I'll have to find that. All right, number 4. And I got the 90s cover. Well, it's minus number 9. It cracks me up because capes are actually like this. If you have like a hooded cape or something, not a hood, but a hooded cape in the wind, this is what happens 90% of the time.
But it happens to your hood too, though, right?
No comment. No,
I'll take that as a yes.
World's Finest. I mean, this is one of the funnest stories. Like, and this is a Joker story, but it still had like a lot of brightness and a lot of fun and humor to it. It's not just a dark, gritty story. Like, look, it's like there's this whole scene where like Superman and Flash are like running, like are racing. Flash is like, "Can't you fly?" He's like, "Yeah, but I need the exercise." It's like there's just like fun banter and stuff. Also, this was a cool scene with Aqualad riding a whale. That was kind of cool. But yeah, the Teen Titans stuff was really fun. Like you said, Vinkman, the stuff between Speedy and Robin, I really liked that a lot. I think there's a scene where Speedy said something that got on Robin's nerves, and Robin just knocks over his quiver, and all of his arrows spill out. You also get to see in this, I appreciate whenever they do this, like the different styles between how Batman tutors somebody and how Superman tutors someone. Because Batman's like very serious, he's like stick to the mission, and Superman like is more warm and more like, let me try to help you out so that you can help others.
My only small little complaint about the World's Finest thing is how Batman stopped the portal.
No, are you kidding me? This was awesome. I'm not going to show it. I don't want to spoil it. It was awesome. Are you kidding me?
It didn't make sense.
That was awesome.
Like, I know, but it didn't make sense, though.
That's a badass car, man. Batmobile is awesome.
I would say this. I like how the new sidekick is like, oh, that's a cool car. He's like, yeah, it is, and you're not driving it.
Yeah. I did also like, so plot. I don't think they brought this up in his origin story before. Like the reason that he's the only one from his universe that survived. I don't think they brought that up before. Why it was just him. Really,
well, he finally admits something that we all kind of figured, but this point they didn't really. No, they talked about he found his parents on that planet, that version, but they never really said what caused the destruction of his planet, though.
Yeah. But I thought it was a neat little twist, and like I said, when he's talking to Superman about that, I thought that was really cool. Again, I appreciate the styles between Batman and Superman, the different mentoring styles.
You're right over there, Brain. I hear your stomach rumbling.
Yeah, I'm fine.
Okay.
I just downed the rest of a Coke. That's what you heard.
Okay.
Okay.
I was like, someone's growling over there.
No, I said no. I ate before the stream. I'm good there.
Number 3, and I got the same cover. This was actually the last one of this cover they had. Junkyard Joe, number 2. I love this cover. Yeah, this was great. The first issue I thought was just going to be like a one-shot because it was all perfectly contained to one issue. But this takes it and picks it up in the modern day and just runs with it. And Jeff Johns does a really good job. It mainly centers on not Joe, but the other guy, Muddy Davis. It mainly, focuses on him and where he's at in the modern day. Joe shows up about maybe halfway or like 2/3 of the way through the story.
It's been like, what, 50 years?
50-something years, and he's gone on, and he's like got a career as a cartoonist and all these different things. I'm not going to go into detail, but all these different things have happened in his life, and now he's like in his older years, and we get some supporting characters now. There's like he's got neighbors, and we have like these bad guys. I guess who the bad guys are going to be show up. Really creepy looking. I can't tell if they're robots or humans, but really cool.
Well, really, 50 years, cool. And if Joe's the original design prototype, makes you wonder how much more advancements they've made in all these years.
It could be, it could be like a Terminator thing, like T2, where you have Arnold's model and then you have the T1000. So it could be something like that. But overall, really cool. I'm really excited to see what Jeff Johns has cooking with the Geiger verse, especially with all these other heroes that he's got in the works.
Was that a pun purposely on your part?
What?
Geiger, cooking, radiation. What's he got cooking?
No, I said cooking, not clicking. Cooking.
No, I know, but cooking is usually...
that was not intended. That was not supposed to be a pun. But this was really fun. I'm looking forward to number 3 a lot. And God, my top 2, and I can't even decide what's number 1 and what's number 2. It's like I need to flip a coin.
I can tell you what they are, though.
Oh, you could. I'm just gonna say they're tied. That's it. First ever tie. There is no.
No, you got to choose one.
No, I don't. All right.
You do.
Come on, Tim Pool.
You tell me, right or left? Right or left, Venkman?
Right.
Give me right. Okay. Stargirl is number 2. Stargirl and the Lost Children. I love this cover. All these different characters that are featured on there. Really cool. Yeah, this is the other Jeff Johns book this week. Really, really fun. I love the way it opens up with the with this not mentioned so much superhero and his sidekick, TNT and Dynamite.
Dynamite, yeah, it was the ones that survived.
Yeah.
TNT is dead.
I love the way it opens up. It's like in the 1940s. And
yeah, they're
there's
wearing
like the old car, and the bad guys are like wearing suits and hats. I love it. They've got like the trick car and everything. It's a lot like The Incredibles. So yeah, it's really cool. And then it flashes forward into the present day, and there's Stargirl and Red Arrow, and they're kind of carrying on. They're continuing this mystery that came from the Spring Break special, and then they're trying to track down all of these sudden sidekicks that we're just now learning about. All these characters that Jeff Johns just introduced in last week's new Golden Age issue. And so they're like, yeah, there's hardly any information on them, but if anyone's going to know, it's Stargirl, because she's, tracking down all these villains and you're doing all. It's like Stargirl from the show, where she just becomes completely obsessed with all the JSA history and everything. So, but she's finding out.
Her mom's upset because she's failing her grades, and even I love how even Pat comes in. So, school's important, and they're like, yeah, but it's like geometry. Who gives a crap about geometry?
And I did like how like Stargirl is like, but Red Arrow is like the only superhero friend I have, and they're like, well, what about Jakeem Thunder? She's like, oh yeah, or what about Cyclone? She's like, okay, I'm the only superpower friend she has. Let us do this.
She spins it around, turns it around.
So really, really fun. I like so it's bookended. Like the beginning of the story starts talking about Dynamite, and then the end of the story focuses on Dynamite. And where he ends up at the end of the story is actually a really nice cliffhanger. I'm looking forward to seeing the next issue where it leads to.
Like I said, everything. I mean, he takes consideration as far as the GoldenAge characters like that. Silver, I guess, those considered Dynamite.
I think would be considered gold. I think he'd be more Golden Age. It's the 40s.
I guess, yeah. Well,
yeah.
In a Silver Age story.
Maybe
because I don't think they were ever old Golden Age characters, were they? Breen?
Who?
Dynamite
and
TNT.
I don't remember them.
They might also be new characters that were.
I think they were created for the JSA and all this stuff books. And Silver, I don't think they were ever.
One of them, no, because they talk about Dynamite. Because I think he was in the Young All Stars.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was. Yeah, he was. So he was a Young All Stars character. That's what it was. Dynamite.
But Dan
the Dynamite. Yeah.
I do love how they talk about how the Star Spangled Kid and all this stuff. How Pat was originally, the older adult. And how Courtney took on the legacy and stuff. But yeah. So like I said,
it's really fun. If you like Stargirl, if you like Golden Age heroes, or the older JSA-ish type of heroes. I
keep going to call him Dynamite so badly. Dynamite, his all his friends, all his other sidekicks, he said they've all gone missing. And as Amika points out, is that it's like someone's erasing from history. That's what she has because they break into this guy's house. And he's already gone.
This one looks like Secret from the Peter David Young Justice run.
Yeah,
it's got kind of that sandy look.
It's not really zooming in that much or focusing.
It's not. I know it's not. It's really bad about focusing today. Oh,
there it goes.
Yes, she's kind of got like that sandy, grainy look. So I think she looks like Secret from Young Justice. Also, Robot Man has a dog, so that's interesting.
Robot dog.
Yeah, some really cool characters here. There's Cherry Bomb and Our Man had a sidekick named TikTok, which is kind of cool.
Yeah, so these other new kids are created, but I think that Dynamite and TNT were basically originated from the JSA and Young All Stars.
It looks like
yeah.
It looks like the Newsboy Legion is in the bottom left.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's Airwave up in
Airwave.
the right.
Yep.
I think that does look like Secret. It might be.
It might be. Yeah. This is the new Human Bomb sidekick that was introduced last week. John Henry Steele, his kid sidekick. These two girls, one's Betty Ross, the other one I forgot her name, but they were Miss America's sidekicks. Wing, I think that's Wing from the Spring Break special, actually, where they're hunting down like the 8th member of the 7 Soldiers of Victory. So yeah, a whole bunch of fun characters there. All right, and since that took on the number 2 spot, number 1 goes to, and I got the other Todd Knock cover. It goes from Jeff Johns to Jeff Johns Todd Knock to Todd Knock on the cover. Jeremy Adams Flash. This is a fun cover too. There's a lot of Easter eggs in this. But yeah, this has been a really good issue. Venkman talked about the first half of the story where Wally and Linda find out they're pregnant. The second half of the story is also fun. So Gregory Wolf, who was the warden at Iron Heights, he's now become mayor, and his first act as mayor is to take the rogues and deputize them to keep law and order in the city, including imprisoning that no good vigilante. Oh my gosh, Wolf is like a black version of J. Jonah Jameson. He's got like the sideburns and the facial hair, and he doesn't like that vigilante who runs around in a red costume.
May I make a small correction?
Sure.
Hey.
Wally and Linda find out that she's pregnant.
Did I say there?
Yes.
Well, there's couples that say they're pregnant.
Yeah, we don't do that here.
We don't do that here? Okay.
I also want to point out, correction, it's not Jameson. It's Devil's Reign.
Look, he's got the
villains are now the deputies because vigilantes are now outlawed in Central City.
So the best scene, and I saw a preview for this on Twitter.
Oh, so it's Civil War.
The best scene is, so Wally's like, Captain Colt's in a jewelry store. Now, Captain Colt is obviously stopping these two punks from robbing the jewelry store.
Yeah.
But then Wally shows up and Captain Colt's, no, look, I got a badge. I'm on the good guy side. And Wally just like keels over laughing. That's like the best. That's the best scene in the whole book. But then the rogues show up and they start to beat up Wally. But he makes a getaway, of course. There's also this really fun scene where they show up. They're walking back into their house, and the twins are just beating up all.
Oh yeah, they're doing wrestling moves. I'm like the top rope.
The body language on Irie looks like she's about to put a crater in the floor. Like, it's hysterical. There's also this really cool scene where they're it's at the beginning of the book. Or no, it's right here actually, where they're in Mr. Terrific's lab and they're just talking with them. Wally and Terrific are talking, and you just see all these crazy alien science experiments going on in the background. Like, there's this one guy, he's running. You're like, what's he running from?
The humor really captures. You know what it reminds me of? Reminds me of when Q in the James Bond early days.
Yeah, or like the what is that? It's one of the Pierce Brosnan ones where he's walking through and he's touching all the gadgets, and Q's like, stop that. But I did like this because it actually tied into one of Jeremy Adams' earlier issues. Wally goes to find Heatwave after their fight because he had this whole incident, this encounter with Heatwave at the beginning of his run, where Heatwave was like trying to become good.
Yeah. He was dying of cancer.
So he was dying of cancer, and so Wally finds him in this. He's like, "Dude, what's going on? I thought you were going to be good." And he was like, "Well, Wolf gave me a way out. He cured me, and he said all I had to do was, work with my friends and deputize, and capture you." So that's where this leaves off. Really, really fun. This is
what's great about this?
DC has
the rogues don't know his identity.
Yes.
Unlike CW Flash. I'm Barry Allen.
That's true. And so the book ends with another long-standing Flash character. I don't know, wasn't he a bad guy? I guess now he's like an ally now.
Pied Piper.
Pied
Yes.
Piper.
Trickster and Pied Piper both turned good.
Okay.
And
Well, Trickster is on the bad guy side here, or legal good guy. I don't know. He's with the Rogues.
but
So,
didn't he do something to stop them?
Pied Piper did.
But I think Trickster, I think, it did somewhat of a face turn back in the old days too. But
Oh, in the old days. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Pied Piper is a good guy.
Okay.
It pretty much came with his sexuality reveal.
That's right, because they made him. Is he gay? I think he's
Yeah.
gay. Okay, I remember that.
and
show.
you can't have gay
Wait. When we
supervillains.
see sexuality reveal, you think, oh, he's straight.
He's straight. Well, they did that with Hey, they did that with Yara Floor. So and it.
Oh, so
surprised a lot of people.
Trickster's straight up evil again. Okay.
Yeah.
Trickster's bad again. Yep.
He was
And-
in, I think, Josh Williamson's run too.
I don't recall.
Well, yeah, I'm going back to
Oh,
the
yeah,
Wally
yeah.
West series.
Well, and also it's confusing because there's two Tricksters.
Yeah, that's true. MK asks if I'm excited for the new Legion of Superheroes movie. I mean, the idea looks cool. I hate the new animation style that they're using though. And then also,
Legion, yeah.
and then also what they did to Dawn Star is criminal, I say. Criminal what they did with her costume. All right.
Yeah, where's Dreamer? Where's that
Real-
trans woman?
I didn't see Dreamer. I actually did not see Dreamer. They showed Shadow last.
She went to
and-
San Francisco to get her $1,200 a month.
And but I did not see Dreamer. I didn't see Saturn Girl, Lightning Lad, or Cosmic Boy either. So
Yeah.
that was interesting. They did show Bouncing Boy and Brainiac, and I think they showed Timberwolf. But anyway, I did also get some books from Ease Auction. I'll just fly through them really quickly. There's some cool stuff here. Guardians of the Galaxy #2. First appearance, I believe, of Taserface. Really cool.
Does he have a taser on his face?
No, he does not. He's got a ponytail.
Because that would always be the thing. Is like they show like a giant taser head. The giant taser.
Avengers #339. Pretty cool. With this unique little team of Avengers here. I don't like Hercules so much with the weird like square bolt thing. That's weird. Avengers 338. And this is 334 with Quicksilver.
All I'm
Always
gonna
cool
say
when
is, Breen, you better have a damn good book at the end of this.
Alpha Flight snuck in there sometime. I'm flying through them.
Take your time. I just lit up a
One.
heater.
More. Oh, Alpha Flight snuck in another one. Those darn Canadians. They're everywhere. And Evil Black Cat. Yeah, I know. It's got white vision, so it's probably my favorite one, right? This one also has Spider-Man.
I mean, we're not surprised. You have like majority of the people on the back of your wall bar, they're all white.
Bro, there's Jakeem Thunder and then Mr. Terrific are up there.
So two black guys, that balances out, right?
That's the two ones that the JSA cover had. They didn't do one for Lightning. It's not my fault. Alex Ross didn't do one for Lightning or Amazing Man. If he did, I would own them. Into the negative zone.
He knew you wouldn't buy it. He didn't. That's right.
Okay. JLA versus Predator. This one I'm actually probably going to read over the weekend. JLA versus Predator by John Ostrander.
I've heard that name in a while.
Right? The Last Days of the Justice Society special.
Yay.
Looks really cool.
68 pages.
This one, I love the cover for this one with Solomon Grundy.
And the boob window.
Yeah, you
No,
didn't.
is that the boob window?
No, it's not. It's just
Yeah,
cleavage.
you didn't mention that
No,
the
it
best.
is.
You didn't mention that the best part of the Stargirl book. Neither one of you did. Just I was fighting Solomon Grundy, and when did he attack?
On a
And
Monday.
It was a Monday.
Yeah.
He's always born on a Monday.
Well, I want people to read the book and have a laugh too, not the people just.
No, there is the boob window, but this is at the point where it's still like a really modest window.
Yeah.
Also, nitpicky, I don't like Hawkman with this mask. I like the
Well,
red mask.
without the
That's how you can tell them apart from the other one because they were using both at the same time.
Hey, look, Venkman. It's always about the death of Dr. Fate. The new Golden Age book was right. And then I'm not collecting this, but I dig the Hot Pants, Supergirl. It's by it's by Steve Orlando. What have I done?
Yeah, don't open it.
I'm not.
It really does peak at the cover.
I did get just for the cover, but okay, that is all my books.
All right. Mr.
I got it. I
Brains.
say
Just
this
talk
every
amongst
week.
yourselves for a minute. I'm gonna finish this heater and then I'll do mine.
I say this every week, but I really need to sort these out and organize my comics.
You should sort them
Zach.
out.
Yes.
If I could take this camera and just kind of pan around this room.
There was that one picture I saw of the opposite.
Yeah, well, that I got that cleaned up for the most part, but and then if you watch my shelf prawn video or comic prawn, whatever the hell it was, most of those are still sitting there, so I don't want to hear it.
Later on this evening, after we're done here, if y'all have Twitch, y'all go over there later on tonight, where I will be joined. Or actually, I will be joining Mr. Skipintosh and Mr. Ash on Comics, and we will be discussing. Yeah. Oh wait, why are you big? I'm the one showing off a page or a book. Yeah, Grundy's always born on a Monday. Oh. That's cool.
But I love how I love her parents though, the way that they react to her. This is a great supporting cast. Something you don't see every day in comic books. If you even see a supporting cast.
Even if he is technically powered, you're right. It's where you don't see loving parents.
No,
because that is so diametrically opposed to what most comic book pros try to push.
Right?
I mean, if you have two loving parents, you may not need the government so much.
Yep.
But I'm editorializing again.
There's only one thing I hate more than anything else is right here. What is this crap?
I actually am mildly interested in the Blue Beetle. Mildly. Starfire's in it.
It's 6 issues I'm not gonna be buying. So I mean, if you want to buy it, it's cool.
Look, that's actually one of the books that they had during the what do they call it? The round robins tournament where they let people vote on the books that they won. That was one. I don't know if that was the winner. I don't think it was.
Yeah.
But it looks fun. It looks kind of like they did that Reptile miniseries for Marvel. I think it was last year. That ended up being a pretty fun book.
It looks like it shouldn't even be a DC book at all. It
Why
looks
not?
like it's just so generic, and it looks like the Pfizer.
What about it looks generic?
It looks like the Pfizer book.
Okay, well, what about it? What about it
Marvel?
looks like Pfizer? What about it looks generic? It looks like a Jaime Reyes. He looks. Hey, look! What we were just saying about Stargirl having two loving parents. It looks. If you look right below that, it looks like he has two loving parents.
The family. They love me so much. They're sending me away this summer. Obviously, they don't love him enough.
I don't know. I'm gonna give it a try. I think it looks fun.
Yeah.
All right. But enough about that. Let's let the master regale us with his books.
The master. You're going to talk about your book, master?
Yes.
Yes.
3, 2, 1.
Welcome back, everybody, to Action Comics.
All right. I have my book.
Your book? You just got
my
one
book.
Hey, if you only had to get one, that's a good one to get.
There's a couple other books that I read that we didn't get, so maybe we'll get them next week. And I thought I was going to get the Charlton Companion book today, but that's next week also. But just when I thought I would have to dive into some of my Yeah, 2,000 to 3,000 books that I haven't read yet that are piled up everywhere. No, I left the house today and said, "Wait, what is that next to my snow shovel, hiding from me? Could it be a box?"
Oh.
It was a box. So I brought it in. Well, I set it in, and then I went to work, and I came back, and I broke into the box, and lo and behold, we'll start with Crime Clinic.
Ooh. Oh, that guy's dead.
They didn't take long.
Featuring Dr. Tom Rogers, prison psychiatrist.
I mailed those out on Tuesday, I think. Yeah. That's
Neat.
Cool. Damn.
Wait, this past Tuesday? Oh, that's fast.
Yeah.
Witch's Tales. I think Horror Mike showed this the other day, or it might have been last night.
I love the art. I love how the ghosts are drawn, like with the outlines being highlighted against the background.
These are the paperback versions of those PS art books that I have a bunch of, like that what the Crime Clinic was. Mm-hmm. And if you look on the back, it shows the other volumes that they did.
Ooh, Tomb of Terror.
Yeah, and they're
it's so great.
When you find these in half price books, they're obviously about half of what the hardcovers are, so they're they're cool values.
Well, I like the fact they show you other books because when you get older, you can't remember every single thing. So you have a visual aid.
Movie comics.
Ooh.
I expect a review on that.
This is these are some of a couple of the books that are adapted for this.
Sinbad, The Lost. Oh wow.
Now the art in these books were done by Gene Colan, Russ Manning, Gil Kane, George Evans, and Al Williamson.
I almost didn't part with it.
I'm actually kind of surprised I got it. Now this one was a complete surprise. I don't know why you did it, but man, I appreciate it.
You're welcome.
40 Wax, stories from Jack Kamen of EC. These are all EC stories. This is.
Are they Westerns?
No, they're just different stories that he did. There's a series of these that are there's you can get one with Wally Wood.
I got I forgot the other one I got, but I got for Skip though, similar to that. It's green covered.
God, why am I bricking on some of the names here?
Something about dying was. Oh.
Yeah, but I mean, there's ones that they're like devoted to creators.
Yeah.
And like I said, I've got the Wally Wood one upstairs. But these are very cool. Highly recommend these. And then one of my favorite series, Forbidden Worlds Volume 11. And these have issues 65 to 70. And Volume 12 that have 71 through 76. Now, like I said, they're probably not going to go any farther than this, but Forbidden Worlds lasted several years after this, and I have a lot of those, but you rarely find them this far back. So this is about the only way you can get to read these. And I mean, I said this is it was wonderful.
It was funny because I was up in Madison and was going through the half price books. I'm like, wow, there's a lot of old books here. I sent him a message. And he just literally, I thought he was gonna die right there. He's like, holy shit. It's like
I said, thank you. I said, I'm gonna. Yours may not be real quick in coming because I'm gonna have to pad it now.
Is it a Vampiro cutout cardboard?
I wish.
Isn't that what one of the fossils? One of the fossils has like a cutout of Vampirella or Red Sonja every time I see it.
Right?
A couple of them have. Gratu had the original 6-foot door poster.
Yeah.
But one of his cats scratched the hell out of it, so he replaced it with a facsimile.
I replaced the cat with nothing else.
But,
It's gone.
well, the damage was done.
Yeah.
But I think Hans may have an original too. I mean, but yeah, because Jerry was going to get one of the facsimiles. I go, if you could get your hands on an original, you could get away with hanging that, and if someone ever saw it, you could explain why it's there. But there's no way you can explain having a 6-foot facsimile without just sounding like a skeevy perv. So I talked him out of it. But,
You should hey, talk him out of it, but give it to me.
well, I said you can still get them.
Really?
Yeah, the originals are hundreds of dollars.
Oh, I imagine.
But the reproductions are I mean, it's the classic pose that's been on umpteen covers. But like I said, It would be awesome to have an original.
Joe Jessica, I think it is.
Oh no, this was Jose Gonzalez. I mean, this was done in like 1970. I might be like it's at least 50 years old. So it's. But
I've seen the ones where she's got her hand up and she's got the bat on her fingers.
Yeah, but for someone like me, this
Jambo, that's what it's. Yeah.
Yeah, this was freaking Christmas. I mean, this is awesome.
Now you can do a video on your channel.
I am, and I'm gonna
unboxing video time.
I may accidentally drop your first name.
Go ahead.
But I said it because
everybody knows my name is Jose.
But this is
Jose.
Like I said, this I told Jerry this, and his response was, "Man, this YouTube community is great. Everybody's so cool to each other." And I thought, well, actually, we all hate each other. But I get your point.
Yeah, we love each other.
Love each other so much we berate and choke them into the ground.
Only Zach.
I know. Only me. I know.
But like I said, I mean, these are some I recommend for anybody that is serious about comics. It's a great way to read some cool stuff from the past. And I said I love these. I have about 50, almost 60 of these volumes now.
Oh wow.
And they're just, I said it's because realistically, especially the pre-code, like the early volumes of this were pre-code, but like the pre-code horror books that have come out, the physical copies are unattainable. I mean, even if you could find one, which is getting very hard, the prices are astronomical. So these are, like I said, this is a great way to get a hold of some really cool stories. I think, Herbie the Fat Fury's first appearance was in either this or Adventures into the Unknown. I can never remember which one, but AGC, America's Greatest Comics, was the name of this company. Mm-hmm. Did some really good stuff, and I mean, they've pretty much been forgotten at this point. But like I said, it's they're definitely worth checking into.
Reminds me, Zach, you should check yours. I sent you something too.
Yeah, I didn't get mail today, I don't think, or at least I didn't check my mailbox yet. I haven't had any mail the last few days. I'm really bad about checking my mailbox.
Well,
I may go run out to the mailbox real quick before I go over to Skip's channel.
This came out this week too.
Yeah.
Ooh, creepy. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, because you told me you were sending me something because you asked for my address, and I was like, okay. His first name is Peter. Everybody that's seen the movie knows that.
Right. No.
Since I'm not showing anything anymore, you want to put somebody younger and prettier in this spot.
All right.
I'll show off this. Wow. Wow. You thought you met him.
Well, you said younger and pretty. So.
I'm younger than you.
All right, let's go with you.
Okay. My head was bigger than I was anticipating.
And it's getting bigger by the minute.
Yeah, I know, right? No, we're going to be over on Skip and Tasha's channel at 11 o'clock Central talking about Hickman's Future Foundation. Not necessarily Fantastic Four, but his Future Foundation. So I was actually speed reading through this today to get caught up and go over stuff. But yeah, looking forward to that. This is some good stuff in here. Jonathan Hickman's run is chef's kiss.
All right.
Austin P, I agree. I agree, Austin P. I'm not pretty. Younger, yes. Pretty is definitely debatable.
I think his Fantastic Four was heads and tails better than any other superhero work he's done at Marvel.
I think so.
I mean, he's had the keys to 3 franchises. I don't like what he did with X-Men before the Gals took over.
Oh, yeah.
I did not like his Avengers because that's what I said. Oprah's Avengers were kind of conceived there, and it's just. But Fantastic Four, that was good.
Yeah. I haven't read his Secret Warriors. I think that was like the first thing he did. Or like leading into Fantastic Four, he did.
Well, that was good. I mean, I'm not saying
good
it,
things, but
it was also done. Oprah's Avengers came right around the time of All New, All Different, and everything at Marvel started falling apart at that point.
Now Hickman did do what I call the last great Marvel event, which was it was called Infinity. Actually, I have a hardcover of it in the living room, where it was the Oprah's Avengers, but it wasn't like everyone. It was a very select. He shrunk down the team, and it was a very cosmic, intergalactic thing. He did really good with it. It was a lot of good fun in there.
And Marvel was a couple years into the rearview mirror for me by then, so I did not read that.
It was like I say, it's the last great Marvel event, because after that, Civil War 2 came, and then that's just where everything went downhill.
Speaking of great teams, tomorrow night at 7 p.m. Eastern,
Namor.
We're reading the Day Defenders, the very first appearance. We're not reading it, but we're actually going to be talking about it. Sorry,
I was going to say, I don't want to read it.
Well, I'm reading it tonight.
What you are showing right there is what I refer to as an adjusted Grail. I mean, I've given up any notion of ever having like AF-15 or Spider-Man 1 or Avengers 4. I do want to get that back. I loved that 3-issue series that led to the series.
Yeah.
And there were a couple books that kind of there was Hulk 126, Doctor Strange 22. They're like loosely connected, and then there's Submariner 34. Submariner 34 and 35, where the Hulk, Silver Surfer, and Namor fight Iron Man, Thor, and Clint Barton as Goliath. And that kind of was like a setup. It's kind of like to whet your appetite for that other team. It's just that, without Doctor Strange at that point.
Because talking to Pixel yesterday, we talked about we might do Defenders #1, but I was like, you know what? Let's go with the very beginning.
Yeah, I suggested going back to Marvel Feature #1 also.
I remember you saying something, because I was looking like we did the Invaders, Defenders was actually, well, how could you not talk about that next?
We probably should have done Giant Size Invaders #1 in retrospect. See what I did there?
Yeah. Yes. But
you know what? I like this, Vent. We've got a cool book to look at, and we can't see Zach.
I know. I was
Everyone wins. Everyone. See,
it's like it said. I was like, this is how it's going to be tomorrow. We'll just do this.
Don't approve. No, I do like this though. I actually, and yeah, Breen, I kind of agree. It's not one that I always wanted to get, but because I have so many issues of Defenders in my collection, like, kind of makes sense. I would not mind having this.
Yeah, so 2 and 3 are gettable for decent price. This one's a bitch. Someday I will have this back, but
it's also the return of Doctor Strange. So I wonder if that adds the value too.
No, it's his first appearance of the Defenders. I mean, it's but yes, I think it's when he took the mask, the took the pantyhose off his head and went back to being, that version.
Zach?
No.
No, Doctor Strange.
Oh,
no, Zach still has his.
Yeah.
It can't be a pantyhose if it's a hood. Y'all make up your mind. What do I wear?
Holy crap, we're getting more views the more we keep Zach off camera.
Good
Not
grief,
surprised.
we're up to 26. Hey, speaking of, one of those the Fantastic Four, the Search for the Submariner, that keeps climbing in views. How?
Interesting.
People love Fantastic Four, but
Or
I'm to the point where I'm just
people
like,
love-
I can only read so much. Where I want to go, I want to be like, I love Fantasy Four, but I don't want to read like 1 through 400 with you guys. It's like I want to branch off because this is my complaint with Spider-Man. I don't want to feel like we're the Fantastic Four channel. I
don't want to
wanna-
feel like we're the Spider-Man channel either.
like I said, I would be more a fan of just doing Defenders or Invaders.
Here's a shocker. What if we read a DC book?
You mean
Don't
like
be
another
ridiculous.
Justice League Europe? Or maybe
was-
even a Birds of Prey, where Bree could be a delicate flower.
No, I don't want to do Birds of Prey.
We did do, or I did find a Spider-Man that we have to do. It was 123, where JJJ hires Luke Cage to capture Spider-Man,
Yes.
but he has the
Oh, yeah.
incredible bad timing of doing it right after Gwen's death.
Yeah, did we retrospect that one or did we read that?
I think we retrospected it, but
Yes.
Okay,
but
I
it's
remember that one.
it'll be the only reading we can do that night because Pixel's voice will be gone by the end of it. There's a whole lot of JJJ.
Just trying to think of it. Maybe. Is there any teams that the Black Panthers on?
Avengers.
Yeah, Avengers.
Is this it? I thought it'd be
The
more
Crew.
teams.
No, remember that really short-lived miniseries that never got finished because it didn't sell, called The Crew?
No.
It's like Luke Cage, and it was every black hero that Marvel had, all put on one team book.
Of course, you
never
know about this
finished.
series. You're triggered by it.
I'm not triggered by it. I'm
Uh,
just saying it's funny. It never it never finished.
if you want to start reading some DC books, Young All Stars.
That one's all right.
Or maybe-
Just
or
All Star
Legion.
Squadron. You could do
You
the
know?
grown-ups All Star Squadron.
Well,
Just
Yes, because nobody likes minors.
Austin, that's not punishment. That is 100 issues of glory.
as long as it's the Cary Grant.
I'll say
one.
this though: if you want to talk about punishment, I don't think Marina's gonna be able to speak at the end of the year. We keep doing Fantastic Four with her reading as a thing.
Well, that's okay. The tree's lived long enough. Maybe it'll have developed a voice by now.
Also, I noticed that Rhaegar doesn't come by anymore.
He came by. He was by Sunday, wasn't he? I thought he was.
Oh, by Sunday, okay.
I thought he was. How about doing some jerk 70s Superman books, says Austin P.
Super Dicks, we can do
Super
that.
Dick.
Super Dickery.
Super
Oh, sure.
Dickery.
Like I said, if you guys have any recommendations, leave
Yeah,
them in the comment section. Let us know.
It's got to
Yeah.
be something that we can inject
Yeah,
our own particular
We can do that.
brand of
Anything.
humor to.
We can do
Yeah,
that
we
in-
can't. You can't really do that with. Well, I mean, I get maybe you could, but I don't see it. It might be hard to do with something like Frank Miller's Dark Knight Returns or something.
Oh, I'm sure we can ham that up.
Probably. Ash
That's
would
where- that's
probably
where
have
Ash-
Ash would have a conniption fit. What are these guys doing?
Oh, we kind of did that to a couple Frank Miller Daredevils.
That's
Yeah.
true.
Is it Chera
That's
or
true.
Cherry?
We did do that.
I still don't know. But yeah, if you guys have suggestions, let us know down in the comment section down below as far as what you want us to read or even just do retrospectives on. We love interaction. We love having people watching us. We love actually just doing this because it's fun for us. Obviously, some people may not like the choices we have, but if you have a better choice, we're open to hear about it. As long as it's not Alice Cooper, we will not read that book. Sorry, E.
He's right.
Are you trying to get Pickles? I thought you should have flipped us off there.
No. I'm trying to angle where I'm like doing thumbs up and things in the small margin that I have.
From now on, we'll just have Zach behind a photo. We're
There
holy
it
strong
is.
at 9. This is
Right
great.
now, he's just a green foot.
A green foot with 2 middle fingers.
Yes. You never want to stand behind the
Well,
Hulk.
before we
I like
lose the
perspective,
female demo, I guess we should put him back on screen.
Yeah, I guess
Oh.
so.
I'm not attracting the female demos.
All right.
Oh,
Listen to him scream. It's like it's like the Beatles just landed at LaGuardia.
I gotta say that the more I see him with the beard, and then he's got the flannel on, it's turning into a Hallmark movie here.
I know, right? You know, like the quilt layered sweater.
Wait, are you the guy that's in the Lindsay Lohan movie?
Oh my
Falling
God,
Frozen?
he's
Which one? Which
that
Lindsay
means-
Lohan movie?
the Christmas one.
and that means that by default he's dating Lacey Shea Bear.
Hey,
job, Zach.
I will not object to that. Lacey Shea
Nor
Bear is
should
the
you.
she was the only reason I watched that Lost in Space movie. Zach is the
I was
new
afraid you were
Michael-
going to say Party of Five. Then I was going to say,
Like I
No,
said,
no, not Party of Five. No.
we're also on Discord too. So like I said, leave a comment down below if you want to join the Discord. If you have Twitter or anything like that, I can let you join the Discord too. I just don't put it in public because sometimes people come in and, as I said, like I just don't want everybody rushing out once. I have no idea who you are. So, Austin P, if you're on Twitter,
Are you gatekeeping your Discord, sir?
I don't have a gate on my Discord. I just have a lock and a key.
As you should.
I mean, like, are you gatekeeping from letting burglars break into your house? You should have no doors. Let them walk in.
Right?
Gatekeeping. I can't afford a gate.
Morons.
I have
Right?
gates here.
Who has a gate? I have
Only
a
rich
deadbolt.
people do.
I have a deadbolt and a baseball bat.
You are a deadbolt.
I am.
Anyway, on that note, I hope you guys enjoyed tonight's best of the weeks. If you didn't agree with us, let us know. If you want to call us names, do so.
Call
The
him.
answer Discord is Froggy server, but we're acquiring it. Okay, don't worry.
He's
about
buying it like Elon bought Twitter. What do we
Before-
do in the Discord, Venkman? That's a great question.
What do we do in the
it?
Discord? Well, we do have a spot where you can have voice calls with people if you really want to. If you really want to talk to us, we also have spots basically just about comic book news. Not only that, we have for Marvel DC stuff, TV shows. Basically, it's a little community center. Like a little, you can hang out. You can just talk about whatever. We just ask that you don't post any nudity in there. No, it's space.
It's like for when you
Save
can't
it for
get-
the Frank Cho art channel.
Yes.
when you can't get enough of Venkman on the YouTubes.
No.
You find him on Discord.
So
Pretty much.
that being said, hope you guys had fun. Also, we have this little shameless plug right here that I'm forced to by the frog and the freakishly long fingered puppeting.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, if you like this, what we're doing here, and you want to support us, if you haven't done so, you can leave a subscribe to us. Why not? You can click the notification, get all the alerts. That way, we know the crap out of you because this channel goes live almost every day of the week except for Saturdays and Mondays. Also, if you want to basically say you don't really want to do much, you just want to watch us, on your own time. But if you want to help the channel out more, if you'll say as far as the ratings and the StreamYard, Ko-fi.com/Palpatine, that goes to basically for the StreamYard, which is basically $25 a month. Plus, we have a yearly fee that goes to the Marvel and the reading apps as far as DC Marvel Unlimited. Other than that, that's all I said. Like, it's fun having you guys here. We love doing that. Zach, I think we have privileges in the Discord. You can, or maybe Skip does.
Do I have
look.
privileges?
I
I had
think-
privileges on StreamYard and then you took them away.
No, it's because you logged out.
Oh no, it's because I changed browsers is what it was.
That's what it
Yeah,
was. Yeah.
That's what it
Uh,
was.
Sure.
How
I'll
did they-
hold on. I'll get the Discord thing and I'll send you.
Don't do it, Austin. You'll be sorry.
Hey, and the great news is that Eric Breen's active on there sometimes because he
No, I'm
learned how to
not.
use his
No,
phone.
he's not.
Yeah, he is.
When is Breen active in Discord?
I haven't been on Discord in 2 phones.
It shows you're online all the time.
It shows
But,
you in like permanent lurking status.
I know. Like I said,
Well, I do know that when when I was having problems with the computer, the Discord was turning itself on and it was eating
Yeah.
up whatever. So I was having trouble on live streams.
Yeah.
Now when I shut that off,
right.
I've been okay doing this, but
Yeah. It'll do that. It'll run in the background automatically unless you
yeah,
adjust
and
it.
I guess at this point, since I said this laptop is old enough to vote and vote twice in Chicago, it probably doesn't need to have anything running in the background. So I have to shut off all the Ukrainian porn and stuff before I go live.
Whoa. Put those rockets away, sir.
There you go.
I just bombed Poland again. My bad.
Oh no! That's okay. It's an accident. It could happen to anybody. We're not going to blame you like we almost
I like
blamed
the 2 months
that
is
other country.
legitimate time calculation. All right, guys. So that being said, I hope you guys had fun. We'll see you next time. And on tomorrow, there's a rating, at least a retrospective, and I don't think there's anything else than that. I mean, unless
I think
Principles.
tomorrow night, E and I, depending if the time works out, are going to we're going to yap about great Batman stories.
Oh, fun.
So I said, as far as I know, it's not a closed set. So,
well, we'll find out. We'll see the link or not in the sports.
well, if he doesn't, I'll just send him out because,
Yeah.
I mean, I said, I've got a few I want to talk about, but I'm sure you youngins probably have favorites of your own as well.
Yeah.
And it'll be
I
nice
do
to talk comics and not, drama or just whatever other BS is going on.
Like I said, the reason I have the Discord also too is that it also we post as far as streams, whether it's Extreme Movie Show, I Love Comics, Skip and Tosh posts in there too. Zach does that as well. Geek Puppet Show, all the streams you get notifications. So I know YouTube is kind of sucks. So if you have mobile apps for the Discord and set up notifications, you can get alerts. But other than that, I hope you guys had fun, and we'll see you next week. After tomorrow, good luck.
Good.
Stay cool, popsicles.
Somebody has to do that.
And remember, Zach.
Yeah.
You can't start forest fires.
No, I can't. They took all my lighters away.